welcome to Grown Ass Women TV. We're all over the place this week. Mickie, how you doing? You okay over there?
I'm good. I got a little rocking chair.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Where are you at? Are you at Cracker Barrel? Are you at Cracker Barrel with those rocking chairs?
This thing is so creaky. Too.
You look like one of those things that you punch and it just keeps coming right back up.
Oh, what do we call those? The Weeble Wobbles.
Yeah. You're the sexiest Weeble Wobble we ever did see.
These are the toys that we had when we were kids. Yeah, they filled up the bottom with sand, and then your parents spent all day blowing it up so you could punch it and just go.
Yeah, get some of that anger out. Get some of those wiggles out as a kid. Very important stuff. Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of important stuff, welcome to GAW TV. Yes, that's a hashtag, GAW TV. We're here every Wednesday at 5 p.m. in case you're watching on a replay. Before we begin, though, we have a few favors to ask of you, dolls. Do us a favor. Like this video. Give us that thumbs up. Just like that. Yeah. Please make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. And finally, do yourself a favor, really, and click that bell icon to enable notifications. You never want to miss a future episode. We had so much fun on last week's episode, all about wellness. This is the month of March. It's the month of my birth. I'm feeling very, very refreshed and healthy. Today, we're talking about girl positivity, and we have some amazing guests for you today. But first of all, Mickie, how you doing? Other than your rocking situation, everything good there?
Just trying to stay stable, you know? That's just me.
Trying to stay upright.
That's it. No, I'm doing amazing, actually. I'm on the road right now. It's my little hotel room, if you will. Ooh. Yeah, that's a little kitchenette back there, you know?
Beautiful.
For those more than 2 nighter stays, you might need a fridge.
Yes. Lisa, you're well lit and looking lovely as always.
Well, thank you. I asked you like if I should put some lipstick on, but you said it makes me look glowy. Okay, so I just went with the nudes. But I'm wearing. Oh, are we? No, we're not doing what we're wearing. But I'm excited, and also to you live chat people. We try to respond to all your chats. Hello to you guys. We try to respond, but it goes so fast. It's hard to reply to each and every one of you. So, but we do thank you for being in the live chat with us. We love it.
And your makeup
that's our favorite part.
Well, we're very excited to tell you about our sponsor for this episode, Legacy Supplements, and you can get all of the information in our description. Lisa is lovingly modeling Legacy Supplements right over there. Mickie, but we have a special discount to everyone that's watching. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. Well, you know, I'm so excited about this program. Like the whole line is just really, really incredible. And all the feedback from the line has been so amazing. So we thought, I really love the recovery PM, the night. You know, we always talk about different sleep aids and it's all natural, all good stuff that's all you already get, like the best types of like sleep aid stuff that you can get all in this amazing one pill. And I really love the fat burner too, but we have a special code for us, GAW, G-A-W, if in case you don't know how to spell it, even though it's in the word here, right there.
Yeah, there it is.
About it. Yes. But a special code gets you 10% off of everything in the store, anything and everything. So
yes, that 10% off is gonna be a little gift to you, and courtesy of Legacy Supplements, our fabulous sponsor. Again, all the
information. Can I mention about that sponsor? Can I just interrupt with that sponsor?
Sure.
I'm super excited. David has been taking the T Assist. Ooh. And he said, I think I'm feeling it, but I don't know if it's placebo. No. I go, you should be feeling it. And Nick Aldis recommended test X9 because I'm going through my hormone changes and my testosterone is low. So he recommended this. And I'll be honest with you, I lost 2 pounds.
Oh, wow. Very cool. I've taken the recovery PM and I was actually voxing you guys about how well I slept. I don't sleep very well, especially in lockdown. There's a lot of craziness going on. So it's really, really been helpful. And as Mickie said, all natural. And again, that GAW code is going to get you 10% off of your order. We also want to give a quick shout out to not only everyone in the chat room, hashtag Team GAW, but to a very special, very elite group of gorgeous top tier members of patreon.com/GawTV. We have so many fabulous patrons, but we have our top tier, our big supporters, and they are winners this month of our signed baseball caps. Take a look at these. All of our top tier members are going to get a prize, and we're so excited to give them to some of our loyal friends. We're talking about Tony, we're talking Mickey D, Remy all the way in France, merci Remy, Wayne in the UK, Thorsten all the way in Germany, Dankeschön Thorsten, and our brand new member, Aaron. We've got a new member as well.
Welcome. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
We're like a global phenomenon.
I know, all over that globe.
I'm just trying. That one was too hard.
Global?
Global. It's like
Global?
no, that's too much. We'll do better. We can do
There's a
better.
little bit of a reach, but we'll take it.
Global. Oh, I get it. Global. You were trying to do the GAW.
Yeah, no. This is the squeakiest chair ever, dude.
Looks like you're having fun though. You're like on a waterbed.
I'm like,
Yeah.
woo!
Oh yeah.
Every time
I do want to give you a quick reminder that the hashtag GAWcast is ever evolving and more episodes are readily available and they're being updated all the time. Again, the link is in our description. But you know, Mickie and Lisa, we are all about female empowerment here on GAW TV and all about being grown-ass women and meeting new grown-ass women to inspire us and inspire the team GAW that's watching right now. And International Women's Day was on March 8th. So we're going to continue to spread the message of female empowerment with two fabulous ladies from @Girl Powerful Project, and they're friends of yours, Mickie.
They are, and they are such incredible girls. Like you, Val, you haven't met them yet, but they're just amazing. And I think the work that they do to really empower and build up the confidence of females and young girls at such a pivotal age, you know, is just, I like, oh, what they're doing is just really, really amazing. And, you know, our show is all about lifting each other up and really celebrating our strengths and celebrating what makes us unique and standing in your power and being, you know, confident and powerful in everything that you are, right? Like, so that's 100% what they do and what they represent. And it's two sisters that started this foundation together and kind of came together to build this brand. And it's just amazing. And I love them. They're so great.
I'm so excited to meet them.
I agree. I did their IG live interview and it was just talking to your next door neighbor.
Right.
That they're so down to earth and so sweet. And yeah, I have an interview next week with them for their podcast.
So, right. They just launched they did just launch their podcast, but you know what they also had, their mom sent me like one of their little workbooks with their affirmation cards. They have like the Girl Powerful affirmation cards. And
I need that.
Me too.
So great. They're really, I had Teddy pull me an affirmation card when I was on her IG live. That's what I did when
yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I love that. I love affirmations. I love positivity and I love strong, empowered females. And it's so great to finally meet Tedi and Sonya. And here they are.
Woo! Oh, they're together. They're together on this thing.
Yeah.
Double trouble.
Double trouble.
Damn.
Yay, to GAW Powerful. I heard you're like, what you, yeah. Well,
we have to catch up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we just started. I don't know about Val, but I just started.
I don't know about Val, she says. Jeez Louise, it's 8:00 for me right now.
Because it's late. It's late for you. That's why.
I took that in a weird way. I totally did. Great to finally meet you, ladies. It's so funny because before we start the show, we're always like, now we have to sort of check and say, like, are you cool with drinking a wine or 5? Are you a cottage shot kind of girl, like, or not totally your biz? But
or do you want water or whatever? Yeah.
Teddy was like, Teddy said, I think they think we're prude.
No.
We're like, oh, we know how to make a drink. That's right.
Yeah. I love that. Well, it's so great to meet you guys on here. Mickie's been singing your praises and we've been looking up all of your projects, your website, all of that jazz. But first of all, since the fans some of them are meeting you for the first time, please tell us about you and how you got into the Girl Powerful Project.
Yeah, so Teddy and I were actual sisters in real life. And we grew up with a single mom who was a badass, but she worked 2 jobs. So a lot of time after school, we were by ourselves, in after school programming, which was basically like, here's some Cheez-Its and we'll watch a movie on Friday. So from the hours of 3 to 6, we really didn't have much guidance. So Teddy's actually an educator and my background's I worked in music, but my background's in communication. And we were like, wouldn't it be amazing to have a quality program for girls after school where they actually learn like social and emotional learning? So we built a 10-week program. We named it Girl Powerful because the power comes from within. And we started in 2014 and we've mentored over close to 2,500 girls now.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That's incredible.
Wow. I love that you're sisters and you had a badass single mother. I'm the youngest of 3 girls and my mom was a single mom my whole life. I'm going to be 35 soon. Oh, Jesus. And yeah, so I really relate to that and like having your sisters around as support. But there's a lot of kids out there that go through stages of puberty and being young kids and kind of figuring out who they are. So yours is a nonprofit organization. And I love it. On the website, it says that Girl Powerful is youth empowerment, co-founded by sisters Tedi and Sonya, designed to give tween and teen girls the social and emotional learning tools to build a strong sense of self. And your mission is for all girls to feel seen, valued, and heard when they need it the most. We're going to make sure that all of you guys have the links in the description and here on the show so you can check out this wonderful organization. But how did you guys get into philanthropy? Was it something that you just were wanting to do since you were younger? Or I mean, how did you actually get the idea into motion?
Yeah, I think that we've always been the kind of people that just don't turn our backs on our peers or anyone that needs a helping hand. And so I don't think we were like, oh, I'm going to grow up and be a philanthropist, but we definitely always were mindful of the people around us and how we can make a positive impact, like even with our peers. And Sonya and I, one of our first bigger acts of philanthropy was in college when we were reading in an underserved school because at the time, Sonya was going to be a teacher. So we were working in an underserved school and reading, during the reading time. And yeah, this girl she was wearing the same outfit every day that we'd see her for 2 weeks. So then we were like, how can we help? So we went and talked to the counselor and the nurse and the teacher. And we did a huge clothing drive for her. And then it turned into like such a big like hygiene products and clothes.
Because then she ended up getting lice, and instead of taking care of it, her mom just shaved her head.
Oh my God.
So there she was wearing the same outfit every single day, and then I don't know if they even had clean water, so she just shaved the girl's head. Mm-hmm. And we're like, this isn't okay. So we did a whole clothes drive, and
we ended up helping the whole grade. It was it was about one girl, but then it turned into helping the whole grade because it was an underserved community. So that was our first taste, and obviously we helped them, and we also it made us feel good. And then it just makes you realize how grateful you can be for what you do have. And ever since then, we've always leaned into gratitude and being grateful for the life we live. It's not perfect, but we definitely have way more than we need.
Right. Very blessed. It's so sad too, because it was probably that one girl was such a visual thing because it was so apparent that there was something wrong here, right? Like there was something going on, but then how quietly, a lot of those, when you said you helped a whole grade, it probably helped them open up and understand this has nothing to do with this child. She has no idea that, you know what I mean? It's not her fault.
It's not her fault.
It's not her fault. You know what I mean? But also there was probably a couple kids there that were quietly kind of living in the same kind of space, but not talking about it or just trying to hide it, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Imagine if we had this back when I was a little girl, I would have definitely I think every girl in our generation need this. You know what I mean? I would have, oh my gosh, to think to have somebody else help out where I would be at right now. So mm-hmm. It's there's a lot of this is such a kudos to you guys. I mean, honestly, to help out, and also being a teenager, being a female, your hair is everything, right? Everybody just, I want good hair. And it's all about appearances. Yeah. And if it's just
you're worried about what other people are thinking, I'm sure, especially at that age. Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure, a lot of peer pressure, I think, and the desire to fit in, or the whole class of that's when, especially that kind of, I think it's such a pivotal space of growing and learning. And when you say that emotional growth, because they don't know how to take that. And that's why the kids, a lot of kids are getting depressed over it because everything's so over the internet and stuff like that. And they just don't know how to process it or to be able to stand in their own power, like you're going to say. But I was just I do wish, like you said, Lisa, there was something like this for us, because it took a long time to understand the emotional growth on that side of it, because everything is it's the first time you start learning about this is the cool club, and these are the smart people, and these are the jocks, and which group do I fit in? And you feel this, need to fit into to fit into a box, you know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of realizing that those boxes only give you boundaries. You don't need the box. Like,
and
get rid of
having
the
some
box.
identity.
Probably feel the same way that you do, but no one could share it at that time. Like I grew up, I tell people like I was super, super angry, like, and I couldn't express it, you know, but everyone's like, oh, you're so sweet, Sonya. And but inside I had this whole alter universe where I was just like, I just wish someone would ask me, are you okay? Or, you know, like what's happening here?
Yeah.
But you know, I would just be like quiet and I would shove it down. And
but we did find Sonya's old journals. And if anyone would like to write some really intense emo songs, call Sonya. She's got
I need some material, maybe not emo, but I can definitely use some material.
I had that sort of tornado
bedazzled journal. It was totally bedazzled, and then it'd be like the
angry inside.
What a metaphor though, because you're all like gorgeous on the outside, but inside you're like you're Toremos mode.
Yeah, never judge a book by its cover, evidently. It's all bedazzled inside, it's angry and depression and stuff like that, right? And just lashing out.
Well, as we say, don't judge a book by its cover. It's time for our game. Who are you wearing? What are you drinking? So we love to do this. Just tell us about your outfit, why you chose what you chose. I know, terrible timing. Thanks, Val. And then what you girls are imbibing on tonight.
Well, I'm vibing on a kimono because of loungewear. So I've got my bodysuit, free people. Don't want to show too much.
Beautiful. Val loves a good kimono.
I do. Yeah. I'm more cape than kimono tonight, but usually I'm a kimono kind of girl. Yeah.
She always wears kimonos.
Yeah.
And then we have some champs.
Ooh.
Which we need to cheers with you all.
Cheers.
We do.
Love that.
Ladies. Cheers, girl powerful.
That's right. I'm wearing my Girl Powerful t-shirt that I hand tie-dyed.
Yes.
Small bare hands. And it's super fun. Like it was really around the holidays when I just, had extra time.
Wow, that actually looks professionally done.
Yeah, thanks. I actually got really good at it, and it's done like in a pot. Like I'm not doing the kit. Like this is like for realsy.
Oh, professional.
Yeah, and then here I am with my favorite morning activity, mimosa.
The little mimosa breakfast. I enjoy that. I would go for those Bloody Mary breakfasts a lot too, because they're filling. I feel like I get my juice.
That's a meal.
You're getting your vitamin C somehow, Have you tried pineapple and champagne?
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Love
I love it.
You know what? That's one thing I miss about. I live in England now. My husband's British, but back in the States, brunch was such a thing, and they'd have like a mimosa bar. And Lisa, I would have the pineapple or mix a little bit of peach or make it this bespoke mimosa.
Bespoke
mimosa. I don't know. It's something they don't have in the UK, is what I'm trying to get at, because they don't have the whole brunch concept yet. Yeah. Get on the bandwagon. Come on now. Yeah. Mickie, we've already seen a lot of your chair, which you have to show the ladies your party trick.
I told you.
Does it go back?
Woo! Way back.
I know. I'm afraid to laugh too hard, and the whole thing. It's like I'm in a hotel right now because I'm out of town. But this chair, I swear, is the squeakiest. And I went to sit back to do something. I was like, whoa! Yeah. So
but we would like to know who you're wearing, what you're drinking too.
Oh, well, I'm going to be going out because it's my friend Christine's birthday on Saturday later. So I'm wearing this. I'm just doing jeans and a t-shirt. I'm wearing my America the Beautiful with the little native arrows. The Bullets for Peace, Raffi.
Yeah.
My Bullets for Peace.
Cool.
And cool. Gling, gling, gling. Up my Pandora bracelet, which only Nick and Donovan get me charms for. So all these charms are. I know it's the typical mom bracelet, but
no, that means something though. It's meaningful.
It does.
I like those. I always see that at the
lady jeans apparently. And I got my little Converse. I don't know if you ladies know this, but apparently jeans with holes in them are for old ladies now.
Yeah.
And skinny jeans.
Oh, they're so mean.
Skinny jeans. They're out. We're
side parts. They're they're being mean.
I'm all old lady over here.
Gen Z is coming for millennials and older. They are all over social media being like, nice boots, ladies. They're mean.
God.
What kind of boots do you want us to wear?
Yeah, that's not very
Don't
girl
let anyone-
powerful. That's not very like
Really
looking out for
nice.
sisters. Thank you for those keeping score.
I don't know. I saw those like one jeans that they sent where like, oh, these are the ones that are in style with like the flare pockets out here, and like they're all not even like the boyfriend cut, but more like the grandma cut,
Yeah.
Yeah,
as my grandma would call it, dungarees. You know,
Yeah.
that's literally what's hip right now.
And they make you look like
Dungarees.
20 pounds heavier.
Yeah, they're so unflattering.
We asked a girl, we're like, she's like a Gen Z expert, and we're like, but look at these pants. The legs are like this wide.
mhm.
I already
Like-
have saddlebags. I don't want my saddlebags going like looking extra large. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to camouflage that.
Right. I'm like, I already have a mom. I'm like, I already am like already conscious about the mom butt syndrome. I don't need it. Like they just completely like,
Yeah, well, I'm sure
You know.
your mom jeans don't look like the mom jeans that we've seen on Saturday Night Live. If you don't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
that's the best.
especially
That's
those
the
watching
best.
outside of the
Yes,
US.
I love it too.
Me too. Mom jeans. Mickie, what are you
well,
drinking?
apparently these are mom jeans now. That's what I'm saying. I got whole. I think I'm looking cool, but
Hey, you
no.
guys. You guys need to make GAW jeans.
Grown ass women. Jeez.
GAW jeans. GAW jeans.
Jeez, God, jeez.
Ah.
I'm gonna get on that.
Yeah,
That's very
Think
smart,
about
actually.
Yeah.
yeah, we will. They'll be all skinny jeans with holes
Yeah.
all in.
So many holes. Our grandma would be like, did a lawnmower run over those?
High-waisted, like really the high-waisted to
So
tuck
high.
in the pooch on your belly. Yeah.
So high.
Yeah.
AC Slater is back in style. I don't know why he needs to go away.
I don't know
Lisa, what
why.
are you wearing and
I
drinking?
don't know why either.
Yeah,
Val, you could go next. You're always
I
last.
do always do that. Well, I was so excited about this piece. I showed it to you guys and my friend Ash, and it's The Vampire's Wife is a really cool, edgy brand, and they did a collaboration with H&M. So I found some of the pieces online. Thank you, eBay. I was so thrilled to wear this. Plus, I was saying to the girls that, I mean, it's still really freaking cold here in England, but it's going to start to be, this is looking a little fall winter. So I wanted to get it out and wear it one last final time. And I'm very excited to show you guys what I'm drinking today, because you're not going to believe it. I am drinking alcohol-free Merlot.
Look at you!
How about that?
Wow.
This month is, look at Lisa's face. She's real confused. This month is all about
Why?
wellness.
I'm appalled. I'm actually appalled with
Well,
a
I
shot of
figured the
gin.
month is about
With
wellness, and
a
it's
shot of gin in
day
it.
off. Yeah. I figured the month is about wellness. It's, you know, you can take a day off, and I am here to tell you guys that it is terrible.
Is it?
Yeah,
I believe that.
So
It's
so
like
bad.
drinking- like, why do you get coffee that's decaffeinated?
I don't know.
it's-
I just thought it
I
would be
don't-
healthy to once in a while switch. I don't recommend it. It's
It's
awful.
like when I've never understood, and maybe it's because I just don't understand non-alcoholic beer.
Oh,
Why
do-
bother? Like, just get a lemonade.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
love
I
lemonade.
don't know
Just
what.
grab a soda. You don't need to drink the non-alcoholic beer to like hang out when we're all drink. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We won't
that's-
judge.
But certain people apparently really like the taste of it. But I'm like,
Oh.
I don't understand.
Who are these people and where are they and who raised them? That's what I
They're
want.
on a small island.
This is like absolute sewage. And I really thought, because, you know, this is episode like 40 something for us now. So like we always do try to go, okay, well, I'm trying an organic wine. I'm trying a tea. This was the worst choice. It was a bad choice. So
Who
cheers.
Milk was
you
a
gotta
bad
tweet
choice.
the makers and say who
Is that
raised
the same stuff? Is
raised
that the same?
you?
Or you're switching? Is that you're switching?
This is actual gin. This is ruby red
Oh,
gin
okay.
of the adult variety.
Yeah.
So
That's the old mother's ruin right there.
that's the old Mother's Ruin. Have you ladies heard about this Mother's Ruin? How gin used to make women really sad?
No.
Google it.
This was during like
Google
the
it.
Great Depression, right?
Victorian or something era. Yeah. Well, I
Wait,
don't know.
gin
Yeah.
made you
Before.
sad?
Gin. Yeah,
Mother's
and I
Ruin.
was like, when I was
like
going through my
bathtub
divorce,
gin, and then like the husbands would come home and they were just like super sad and depressed. And like after, you know, days and days of drinking it, gin, there's something about gin and maybe the female makeup or something that it was called Mother's Ruin. It like really messed up a lot of.
Val, why are you drinking that? You gotta drink tequila.
Get
I
an
do like
upper.
Get an upper, girl.
They're gonna give an amateur. Usually I'm on the white wine or something fabulous. Today I'm like no alcohol, Merlot, and gin.
Yeah, it made you sad drinking that.
and then I was like, when I was going through my divorce, I was drinking a lot of gin. My brother introduced me. He goes, let's get a martini. He took me to martini. And then so I was like, oh, I really like it. But it got me really super sad. When I went home, I was like, wow, why am I so down? I'm like, I got divorced. I should be happy as, I just so ecstatic, right? But it would make me depressed. And I go, it was the gin.
That's kind of fun. So gin could be like a drama drink.
Yeah. We love asking girls this. We love asking people. I don't ask it every show, but I always kind of wonder because everyone has different alcohols that make them do and feel different ways. I always say I had a girlfriend that she would drink tequila and fight with her boyfriend. Like it was just how she got, only on tequila. So I've had some friends get too fighty on tequila or too sassy. Other ones cry on certain things. Champagne makes one of my friends sick. So like, what is your alcohol that you're like, no?
Oh, vodka.
Yeah.
I get aggressive. Like I could definitely be in the WWE if I drink some vodka.
Really?
It gives me a really sharp tongue.
Oh.
So I can't, like, it's just not
Yeah,
good.
she will insult you. She's the insult dog. Remember Conan O'Brien had that insult dog?
Oh,
That's
she
Sonya
should have
on
been the
vodka.
writer.
Oh my God. That's so funny. Vodka for me is like the baseline, like nothing really bad happens.
like
Me too.
water.
White wine, I get a little crazy.
Whiskey for me, whiskey.
Whiskey
Yeah.
too. I won't say I get very passionate on whiskey, and I have I feel like I have a short temper. I have a short fuse sometimes, and I've learned and worked with it or whatever. But whiskey will definitely take that help off, and so my fuse is quick. Like you said, I have a quick. I don't always worry. Most times you'll think before you speak, and you'll be like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that." I don't. Whiskey is like whatever I say, it's probably the truth, how I truly feel, but I probably didn't mean to say it
The way
that
you said
moment.
it.
Yeah, no filter.
Yeah, my filter is gone. And my emotions run high, and I get very passionate.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a good way to put it. I get very passionate.
Passion
Yes.
is very sweet.
Yeah, very, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Lisa, I have to ask what you're wearing because you chose these items with precision today.
Yes,
Like you
with
were,
purpose. Yes. I'm wearing, I have I'm a comic con geek, so I like my superheroes. So I wore a Xena Princess Warrior sweatshirt. And then this is a charity, Throw Like a Girl. Fitting, right?
Oh,
so I was like going, okay, guys, I'm not going to look too girly on this one. So I just went with that. I'm still waiting for my fresh fine wine to be delivered. Went to Costco. Ben Marco Malbec, and I know Val loves Malbec. I'm not a fan of Malbec.
Really? Was it
I
more
know.
like a blend, or is it just a brand?
It's like a blend.
Uh-huh.
And I like the dry. I like Cabernet, which is super, super dry. And if I drink
you like
champagne, the
intense.
driest the better. The drier,
Yeah.
the drier, the drier the better. Grammar, college
Wait, Lisa,
education.
has anyone ever confused you with Xena?
I could see that.
I get that a lot. Like they know that I'm a fan of her, not because I thought she looked like me, but I just thought it was an empowering character and stuff like that. And no, I get Sandra Bullock and Nanny, Fran Drescher.
I love that.
I love that show growing up. That was awesome.
Yeah, so good.
Don't you hate when someone says you look like a celebrity and it's like an actual insult and you're like, wow, that's so nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
The worst. One that I get that's not insulting at all is Gillian Anderson, especially when she had really, really red hair. And if you can see, I have very red hair. So that I kind of get, but like sometimes.
And Roger
like,
Rabbit. Robert, you're very Roger Rabbit girl.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Well, I would hope so. That's a good one. But yeah, no.
I hope not Roger.
Roger.
I thought you just said
Yeah,
Oprah.
Roger.
I've never gotten Oprah before.
Oprah.
You're just like
Never
Oprah. Well, we have to ask you guys about not only girlpowerful.org, again, it's in the description, but you've now ventured into podcasting and you've had one Mickie James on there already. How was that?
I'm going back. I told you, I said I did. And I want to apologize, ladies. I want to come back and make this up to you because 2 times in a row, I've been stuck in my truck. And this time it was really like there was nothing I could do because Nick had a big speech that he had to do like at a college or whatever. And so he needed it. So I took Donovan to school. You guys know we're in the middle of relocating. And so I've been driving an hour each way to take Donovan to school still because I have it transferred.
And
Anyway,
traveling for
so I'm
work.
at the
And
gym,
traveling
I've
for
been
work.
trying to figure out-
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like literally sitting it was such a great, great episode, but I was sitting in my truck and I just felt like so crappy the whole time because I'd been looking forward to their podcast for so long. And I was like,
it sounded really good.
Yay!
It did.
I'm like, Mickie sounds better than us. Your audio was actually better than ours was.
In the truck? Really? Wow.
But yeah,
It's like a studio in there, you know, you're boxed in, you're
Well, that's
sweating. You don't want the AC blowing, you know.
yeah, but we did
Yeah.
a month ago, we started the Girl Powerful podcast, and we're interviewing really powerful women. And we wanted it at first to be super lighthearted and fun. But then, like, as we talk to women, stories are coming out that they're like, we've never shared this, or
Well, that's
I feel
great.
like there's so many life lessons and beautiful things that they have to share, and they feel like sharing it with us. So it's really, really cool and powerful. And the group of women are it's entertaining and educational.
And we really started it because every time we were explaining to a parent or a teacher or just a friend or a peer what we do at Girl Powerful, they say what you were saying, Lisa. I needed that when I was younger. So the Girl Powerful podcast is for like an older audience, and we can talk about all the tools that helped you get to where you are and where you're going, and share, you know, stories to learn from each other, and also like really dig into empathy, because empathy is like how the world like functions, and we can all like get along that way.
I disagree with you about you being adult content. I think teenagers should be watching your show to learn from the adults. Like, you know, no one prepares us for being an adult. You know, they always tell you, you can be whatever you want to be. And that's the only kind of, you know,
Right.
don't tell somebody that you can't be what you want to be when you grow up. That's all you're told. But they don't tell you, you're like going, but save your money, you have bills. You have insurance, you have health insurance, like all this other stuff that weighs you down and causes a lot of stress and loneliness and depression.
Or you're going to have competition, and you're going to have people that are pretending to be there for your best interest, but they're really there for their best interest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, a prime example of the narrative that isn't correct, that goes on and on and on for years, is like we were just on this podcast, and it was for Gen Z girls who are just graduating college. So like, if you think about it, they graduated online. They think you're going to get a job and you're going to go into the workforce, you know, and look for your entry level job, but you're going to get dressed every day. And it's like, that's not the script at all. And no one could have, you know, predicted it. But it's just having all these tools when you're younger to like actually hear real stories. It
makes you feel more normal and connected. Like, oh,
and not alone, because
right.
everybody
Like
goes
their
through it.
parents weren't there, or like, oh, they weren't a grade A student, or they weren't an athlete, or they weren't this. Like, you kind of can hear all these different dialogues from different women. And then at the same time, it's beautiful because everyone is to a point that they're living more in their power. So you're right, Lisa, it is a good story for everyone to listen to and be inspired by,
and see women who thrive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Mickie shared her story. It's like, but then you see her push herself and be action oriented to be successful and thrive
and kind.
And
Be humble and be like a normal human being. Like, you know, like people think that like you're on TV, Mickie, with WWE, and you have an attitude, but you're just the most down to earth person. I think people think when you're on television, you're a different mindset, but we're all so normal. We might have to go through more crap because of the taxes and juggling being on the road like you are doing, Mickie, and having your baby D and your husband, and just like balancing the family life and work and being, you know, sympathetic to everything else in life, you know?
Yeah, well, I just think there's a common misconception of people who are super successful or super whatever. They automatically assume that, oh, you know, they had it, it was easy for them or whatever else. And I think it's more about like, I say this, and I kind of really resonate with you guys when you say, oh, your mom was a single mom. My mom wasn't, but my mom did work 2 jobs. You know, my stepdad worked. Me and my sister, you know, we were 21 months apart, so it was very close in age, but then my brother was much younger, but we were really left to, like, when we get home from school and you have to kind of fend for yourselves and like make sure that the chores were done and do all this stuff to kind of make up, because that is today's society or whatever. And I think just because both in order for it to work these days, unless you're very well off, most families are working families. The parents are working, the kids are, you know what I mean? It takes a team, it takes a village to make the whole thing work, and so I think that comes from my humble beginnings and because I've been through it, you know what I mean? So I'm more empathetic because I understand how people's mindset works in those spaces so I'm more sensitive to it because I was there too. And I think that's kind of what people don't really recognize or realize, because they think like, oh, she's probably a bitch or she's probably this or whatever. They're judging me from the outside, not, you know what I mean? Or judging those people from the outside rather than understanding. But when you're a grown up and evolved enough or standing in your power enough, you realize like you said, your power is from within. So it doesn't really matter what everybody else thinks about you. You just got to stay true to you kind of thing, But I think remembering where it came from of like little Montpelier, Virginia, like as we all did, we all didn't come from much, you know what I mean? Like, it's like very blessed to have the life that we've had and the experiences and stuff, but every life, even though it's meant to be lived and lived happily, it still comes with struggles, and obstacles and stuff. And that's what kind of gives us the power to keep, because you learn from them and it empowers you by overcoming them,
I think that's probably why you're so appreciative now as well, is because I think when you're kind of born with a silver spoon in your mouth, no disrespect to people that have been, you can have your own path and you can become your own person. That's not, a jerk about it. But I think you're more appreciative when you have been through a lot of those struggles. And I think worries me about the next generation, the Gen Zs or what have you, is that there's sort of a sense of entitlement. Like you guys were just saying, they could look at somebody like you girls and go, oh, they're on TV. They must have had everything handed to them, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they don't know. So then therefore they expect to just, oh, well, they'll come knocking on my door. Oh, well, the opportunities will be there. And a lot of times they are not. We are all hustlers. And I can tell, talking to you ladies, that we're waiting around for no one. No man's going to help you. No company's going to come knocking on your door. You are in charge of you, and you have to be a hustler. I love that word because it just encompasses that sort of like drive, to be a hustler.
And I don't know if you guys, I just was boxing with you ladies about, have you seen the Betty White Netflix special about like how she started? That is Val. It's Val. Identical.
I want to see it. It's on my list. I love it.
Did you see it? God, you guys didn't see it? Oh my God. It's just how she started, how she like just got thrown into the wolves and she had to produce, she had to do all this, and you're self-taught in all this. And you guys don't know this. Val was homeschooled growing up. So the way she could communicate with just everybody, it takes a certain person. And like Mickie, she identifies with everyone. I'm so lucky to be like working with you guys, girl. I mean, like, I'm watching this episode, especially it's a women empowerment.
Lisa, like, you're amazing too. You don't always give yourself the credit, but you're so inspiring and so incredible. We're all amazing. That's what this show's about. What you guys are about, celebrating. And that's just it. It's like, we're so quick to tell other people how great and
how great they are. Yes.
But when it comes to like looking in the mirror and saying that about yourself, sometimes it's like, it almost makes you cringe because you don't believe it a lot of times. But to be able to look in the mirror and go like, you know what? I am wonderful and I am amazing and I am, sympathetic and empathetic and I'm a good person and I'm powerful and all these things. That's the hardest thing to do, isn't it? Like, and I think to give women, and especially at a younger age, the earlier you can learn that, like, that's what the wonderful thing about what you guys are doing is I think that I wish I would have learned that a long time ago. It would have saved me so many bumps and bruises and heartaches and, or taking everything so personal, taking things personal when now I look back at it and I go like, that wasn't even on me. That was totally on them. And I feel bad for them now, but then I was so upset and so hurt or so whatever, but
it distracts you in real life, right? It distracts you in normal life. And then like, that's why you said this is an adult show for Girl Powerful. No, you are teenage focused because I wish I learned all this, and the anger that you have inside is normal. Right. And we were all like,
that's the thing is that we all are so kind to each other and can give each other compliments and forgive each other when someone, says something or does an action that we don't like. But like, where's the forgiveness to ourselves? And so like, that's what I've been working on lately is like showing myself grace and like being like, I'm not perfect and I I failed a test or whatever I'm working on. It's like, it doesn't always go your way. And those are big lessons that you continue to learn all through life, and showing yourself like that forgiveness that you would your friend or a family member. Like, why don't we do that more?
Yeah,
I know.
Sounds so simple. Have you guys found that social media is really helpful in spreading your message? I mean, there's some harmful parts of social media, I think, too, and people can get very into, some of the wrong types of influencers where there's so many of those types. But like, how have you been dealing with social media?
It's a double-edged sword, and we look at the positive. There's two, positive and negative, is the power of sharing information. So we work with girls and they're on the phone. They have a tablet when they're 6, or 7. They have their phone when they're in 5th grade. Mm-hmm. So they're there. So it's like we have to be on there spreading positivity. So that's why we actually started our TikTok, and we have a verified TikTok account. So all we make is like positive, affirmation videos, or how to make a healthy snack, or what happens when you work out, how does it affect your body, like fun things like that. So it's positive information.
But I will say that in the past, since we have been, trucking along since 2014, I know for a fact, since we've kept it positive and only put out positivity, like we aren't as far as we could be if we were like playing more of a game of being like moody or negative or like really, like we know that even our families like, well, why don't you put a picture of a sad person on your fundraiser? It's like, because that's not like, that's what we're fighting. We don't want to do like the kind of like grabs that some nonprofits do for money. It's sort of not us. And
it's not. And you find, and I'm actually, I applaud you for doing that, because that's a really hard thing to do, because you as a business or as a model, when you take your heart out of it and you're just like thinking about it cerebrally, you're like, oh, we want to get as many followers, we want as many people to hear about it. You're like worried about, okay, how do we do that? But if it distorts your message and your purpose and all that, then are those followers actually real? Like, are they even there for the right reasons? You know what I mean? And so are they even paying attention to what you're saying anyway? So it's like, they're pretty much obsolete. They don't really have a purpose of being there if they're not actually in for your message. Mm-hmm. So,
and so we heard from Mickie James that she got an affirmation cards from your mom that she got shipped. And so I was like, I love affirmation things. I have some apps that do that, but she reads.
They created them. They have their own stack of girl powerful affirmation cards, and I got the workbook journal.
Oh my God! We
gotta try that out, and then tell our guests, tell our followers how to get those.
When we started working with girls, a lot of the girls they couldn't make eye contact with us, or the first day of class we do our self-love worksheet, and they couldn't say one nice thing about themselves, like we talked about earlier. That was non-appearance based. They could say like, I have pretty hair, or I have long legs, and we're like, well, what about you have strong legs, or you're athletic, and then we help them. By the end of the 10 weeks, they're totally different girls, and they're confident, and they, their self-esteem's up high, and then they all can celebrate each other in the self.
Yeah.
So we're like, we need to change the conversation that girls are having in front of the mirror. So when you walk into the mirror, your inner dialogue, it goes to like, oh, I have wide hips, or, oh, I'm starting to get boobs, I'm ashamed, boys are looking at me, or whatever. So we created 64 affirmations followed by a prompt. So the girls are encouraged to pull a card in the morning when they wake up, whether they're in the mirror or not. But
which I want to include, I want to say that as an adult, I just turned 50. I still need those affirmations. So it doesn't stop at teenagers. So like adult lifestyle, you still need those affirmation cards.
It never stops.
The insecurities doesn't stop. You always going over obstacles. So
that's the truth though. Like I think everyone is looking for like the finish line at a marathon, and it's like, this is a journey. This isn't a marathon. There's no tape to run through. And if you run through one, you need to set another goal, and you need to keep moving forward and just become better and better and kinder and prettier from the inside forever and ever. But I pulled this one for you guys, and I feel like it's really powerful, and you could write it down and repeat it later. So it says, all I need is within me. Repeat, all I need is within me into the mirror until you start believing it.
I love that.
Thank
We
you.
really
Show the card on the screen so we can screen cap that.
Yeah, every single time.
Oh, the other side.
That's
Is
great.
that-
Both, yeah.
Oh, and then it's, oh,
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
so cool.
I need
those
that
are, and I
deck.
love the
need
back
that
of the
deck.
card of she's staring in like the little looking
The
glass. like
mirror, yeah.
like
We
little
made
mirror.
the art really inclusive. So there's like no skin color, there's no face. You can just be who you are and picture yourself there with all these things. It says really tiny, you are love. And
I
I
love
think that that's something that a lot of females, they give love, but they don't know how to receive it. So if they can give themselves that love first, then they'll
Right.
be open to receiving.
And
It's
like
so
you said,
cute.
they'll give that love, but they give it to everybody else, but to give it back to themselves or like that.
That's
Like
beautiful.
that's such a beautiful thing. Who designed your cards? Did you guys design that or you came up with a team or it's so
Yeah,
cute.
we designed them.
Yeah, they're great. They're great.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're inspired by things, you know, like these are all people. They don't know that, but like we see pictures and you know how you just screenshot sayings and things.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
love that.
Well, you guys are doing amazing work. I mean, it's just so refreshing to know that, like you said, that you're not cutting corners. You're having the positive message radiate out of all of your social media accounts, and it radiates out of you guys. But what I know we have Lisa to look forward to on the podcast as well. And what other projects can you tell us about?
Come on
Oh,
down
yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All three of us. Yeah.
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 Messages or projects you want to talk about with our fans before you guys go? I don't want to keep you too long.
Yeah, we haven't shared this with anyone yet, but we are launching a new card deck,
Mhm.
and it's called the Get Moving deck.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so you can curate your own workout. So
Oh, cool.
everyone's at home, we're all online. So we're encouraging girls to take care of their mental health by moving their bodies. So it's very similar to
Mhm.
this, but you pull 5 cards, you read the affirmation, and if it says do 25 jumping jacks, I am
Oh,
strong.
I need that.
You're
I need
doing
that.
You're saying you're doing your workout while saying I am strong, I am strong, I am strong.
Yep.
That's cool.
I love that.
We're gonna
And
make
there's
I
an,
love
when
it.
you say that, there's a serious mental health thing comes because there's days when I'm like, oh God, I don't feel like going to the gym today. But I will say I've never, like I said this before, I've never regretted my workout. Like I may have dragged butt getting there, but when I'm done, I'm so happy I went and I feel so good. And it's like there is like that whole, because your body, your blood is flowing, you just feel good, you feel confident, you know that the hard work you just put in, that you're going to see the results or feel the results. And it's just like, it's a very energizing and self-love, self-care thing to do for yourself because your body, you deserve that. You got to take care of
I
your
just
temple.
think it's
So.
like the
I
best
love
thing
that.
to instill in our youth is to take like control of what you can control and how you talk to yourself. You can control that. How you move every day, you can control that. And then like what you put in your mouth and drink water, you can control that. So that's what we're working
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
That's real
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yay! Hey, to Girl Powerful, we loved having you ladies here. We'll say cheers.
Yay.
All of that information is on our description. Cheers, everybody. Please go and follow these lovely ladies at
Thank
Girl
you.
Powerful Project.
We love you, ladies. Thank you
The
so
only
much.
one doing a shot. I'm only one doing a shot.
Look at you.
Cheers.
This is the word to go, yo.